The Sun contains 99.8% of all mass in the solar system. Mercury's poles may hold water ice, trapped in eternal shadow. Venus spins so slowly that one day equals 243 Earth days. Earth's magnetic field flips every few 100,000 years. Mars's red color comes from oxidized iron dust. Jupiter's great red spot is shrinking and changing color. Saturn's rings produce faint musical vibrations detectable by radio. Uranus spins on its side, likely due to an ancient collision. Neptune's deep blue comes from methane absorbing red light. Pluto's atmosphere collapses and freezes onto its surface every orbit. The Sun will one day become a white dwarf. Sunlight takes 8 minutes to reach Earth, but 40,000 years to escape the Sun's core. The Moon always shows the same face to Earth due to tidal locking. A lunar eclipse can last up to 107 minutes. Meteorites can be older than Earth itself. Jupiter's moon Europa may have more water than all of Earth's oceans combined. Saturn's moon Titan has rivers of liquid methane. Neptune's moon Triton orbits backward relative to Neptune's rotation. A light year measures distance, not time. About 9.46 trillion kilometers. The Milky Way and Andromeda will merge into a new galaxy in 4 billion years. Stars form inside giant molecular clouds. Red dwarfs burn hydrogen so slowly they can live trillions of years. Neutron stars can spin 700 times per second. Quasars are powered by black holes billions of times the Sun's mass. Dark matter outweighs visible matter 5 to 1. Dark energy causes the universe's accelerating expansion. Black holes can merge and release gravitational waves. Space expands faster than light beyond our observable horizon. The observable universe is about 93 billion light-years across. Cosmic microwave background radiation is the oldest light we can detect. A photon can travel for billions of years before hitting anything. Gravity bends light. It can magnify distant galaxies. The Sun's corona is millions of degrees hotter than its surface. Auroras occur when charged particles hit Earth's magnetic field. The northern and southern lights are mirror images of one another. Cosmic rays constantly rain on Earth from deep space. The vacuum of space isn't empty, it teems with virtual particles. Pulsars emit radio beams so precise they rival atomic clocks. Interstellar space begins about 18 billion kilometers from Earth. Voyager 1 entered interstellar space in 2012. Earth formed about 4.54 billion years ago. Its atmosphere was once mostly carbon dioxide. Oxygen first appeared from photosynthetic bacteria. The continents move about 2 to 5 centimeters per year. The Pacific Plate is the largest tectonic plate on Earth. The Mariana Trench is deeper than commercial jets fly high. The longest mountain range is underwater, the mid-ocean ridge. Volcanic islands form over stationary hotspots in the mantle. Earthquakes occur when stress releases along faults. The Richter scale increases tenfold in energy per level. Soil takes hundreds of years to form just 1 centimeter. Desert sand dunes can sing as they shift. Ice cores reveal carbon dioxide levels over 800,000 years. The Amazon River releases more water than the next 7 rivers combined. The Arctic Ocean is the smallest and shallowest ocean. Coral reefs support over 25% of marine species. Hurricanes lose strength when they move over land. Tornadoes occur on every continent except Antarctica. The world's largest desert is actually Antarctica. The Sahara expands several kilometers per year. Lightning can strike the same point twice, and often does. Thunderstorms can tower 20 kilometers into the sky. Hailstones form from updrafts in freezing air. Earth's atmosphere extends beyond the Moon's orbit. Most of Earth's fresh water is frozen in glaciers. The deepest lake is Lake Baikal in Siberia. Ocean currents transport heat from the equator to the poles. The Gulf Stream keeps northern Europe mild. The ozone layer shields life from ultraviolet radiation. Methane is 25 times more effective at trapping heat than CO2. Greenhouse gases make Earth habitable. Without them, it would be frozen. Sea level is rising at about 3 millimeters per year. Forests store more carbon than the entire atmosphere. Lightning strikes Earth 8 million times a day. A single bolt of lightning heats air to 30,000 degrees Celsius. Earth's magnetic poles are moving faster than ever recorded. Rainbows are full circles. We see only half from the ground. The smell after rain is caused by geosmin, produced by soil bacteria. Every year, 100 billion tons of dust blow across continents. Wildfires can create their own wind systems. Trees communicate using underground fungal networks. Some plants warn each other of insect attacks through chemical signals. Antarctica was once covered in forests. The driest place on Earth, the Atacama Desert, rarely sees rain for decades. Earth's gravity varies slightly across regions. The atmosphere contains traces of argon, neon, and helium. The aurora borealis occurs more often during solar maximums. Clouds can weigh millions of kilograms but stay aloft from rising air. Jet streams move at over 300 kilometers per hour. Earth's axis tilt gives us the seasons. Your body replaces all its cells roughly every 7 years. The brain consumes about 20 watts, similar to a dim light bulb. Nerve signals travel faster than race cars. The human heart beats about 2.5 billion times in a lifetime. Blood cells travel through 100,000 kilometers of vessels. Bones are 5 times stronger than steel by weight. Muscles can pull with a force several times their own weight. The cornea of your eye gets oxygen directly from air. Human DNA shares 60% similarity with bananas. Every minute, your body sheds 300,000 skin cells. You inhale about 11,000 liters of air per day. Your fingerprints form before birth and never change. Babies have 94 more bones than adults. The liver regenerates completely in about 8 weeks. Skin bacteria vary from person to person like a fingerprint. Some neurons in your brain will last your entire lifetime. Hair grows about 1 centimeter per month. The stomach's acid is strong enough to dissolve razor blades. The tongue has between 2,000 and 10,000 taste buds. Smell is the sense most linked to memory. The average person produces 1 liter of saliva daily. Tears contain natural antibiotics. Fingernails grow faster on your dominant hand. The human nose can detect over 1 trillion scents. Dolphins call each other by name-like sounds. Elephants recognize themselves in mirrors. Crows remember human faces for years. Bees navigate using the sun's position. Butterflies taste with sensors on their feet. Frogs absorb water directly through their skin. Penguins can drink seawater thanks to special glands. Octopuses have blue blood and 3 hearts. Some jellyfish can revert to an earlier stage of life, effectively immortal. Whales communicate through infrasonic songs. Some lizards can regenerate their tails. Bats are the only mammals that truly fly. Sharks existed before trees evolved. Fungi are more closely related to animals than to plants. Some trees share nutrients through underground fungi. Algae produce 50% of the oxygen we breathe. Atoms are mostly empty space. Their mass is in the nucleus. Protons and neutrons are made of quarks. Electrons occupy probability clouds, not fixed orbits. Matter and energy are interchangeable. E equals mc squared. A photon has no mass but carries momentum. Gravity affects the flow of time. Light travels slower in glass than in air. Sound cannot travel in a vacuum. Heat moves from hot to cold objects naturally. Entropy always increases in isolated systems. Friction converts motion into heat. Pressure increases by 1 atmosphere every 10 meters underwater. Water expands when it freezes. Salt lowers water's freezing point. Steam occupies 1,600 times the volume of water. Diamonds are pure carbon atoms arranged in a lattice. Gold is chemically one of the least reactive metals. Iron turns red when oxidized. Copper conducts heat and electricity extremely well. Mercury is the only liquid metal at room temperature. Liquid nitrogen boils at -196 degrees Celsius. Superfluids can flow up and over containers. Magnetic fields can levitate objects. Radio waves have the longest wavelengths of light. Gamma rays have the shortest and most energetic. The visible spectrum ranges from 400 to 700 nanometers. Ultraviolet light causes sunburn. X-rays pass through soft tissue but not bone. The speed of light is the cosmic speed limit. Quantum entanglement links particles instantly over distance. Superconductors have zero electrical resistance. Time slows down near massive objects. Neutrons decay into protons outside nuclei. A black hole's gravity bends even light. Bose-Einstein condensates behave as a single quantum state. Nuclear fusion powers stars. Hydrogen is the universe's most abundant element. Helium is the second most abundant. Carbon forms the basis of organic chemistry. Oxygen makes up nearly half of Earth's crust. The first microscope was invented in the 1600s. The first vaccine against smallpox was created in 1796. Electricity became practical for homes in the late 1800s. The first computer occupied an entire room. The Internet began as a military project called ARPANET. The first 3D printer was built in 1983. Robots are used in nearly every car factory. Artificial intelligence can now identify cancers earlier than doctors. Machine learning allows computers to learn from data. Quantum computers can test billions of possibilities at once. Nanotechnology manipulates materials atom by atom. CRISPR can edit single genes with precision. Stem cells can grow into any body tissue. Lab-grown meat could end animal farming. Drones deliver medical supplies to remote regions. Satellites monitor deforestation from orbit. Every second, the sun fuses 600 million tons of hydrogen into helium. A teaspoon of the sun's core would weigh as much as a mountain. Mercury's surface can swing 600 degrees Celsius between day and night. Venus spins east to west, while almost every other planet spins west to east. Earth's orbit varies slightly every 100,000 years, shaping ice ages. Mars's sky is pink by day and blue at sunset. Jupiter's magnetic field is 14 times stronger than Earth's. Saturn's rings may be younger than the dinosaurs. Uranus has 27 known moons named after Shakespeare's characters. Neptune radiates twice as much heat as it receives from the sun. Pluto's surface gravity is just 6% of Earth's. Dwarf planet Haumea spins so fast it bulges like an egg. Comet tails always point away from the sun, not behind their path. Asteroids sometimes travel in pairs, binary asteroids. Earth captures tiny moonlets that orbit for a few months, then drift away. The sun orbits the Milky Way every 225 million years. Our solar system is currently moving toward the constellation Hercules. The Milky Way contains at least 100 million black holes. supermassive black holes can power quasars visible across the cosmos. Colliding neutron stars create gold and platinum. Gamma-ray bursts are the brightest known explosions. Some galaxies travel away from us faster than light because space itself expands. The universe may contain more planets than grains of sand on all Earth's beaches. The night sky we see is ancient light, some over 10 billion years old. Space smells faintly metallic due to atomic reactions on suits and tools. Astronauts grow up to 5 centimeters taller in microgravity. Sound cannot travel in space, but radio waves can. The International Space Station circles Earth every 90 minutes. There is enough water frozen on Mars to cover its surface 11 meters deep. Meteorites from Mars have been found in Antarctica. Cosmic rays constantly pass through your body, harmlessly. Stars twinkle because air layers bend their light unevenly. The moon recedes 3.8 centimeters farther from Earth each year. Solar storms can paint auroras thousands of kilometers from the poles. Earth's atmosphere burns up about 40 tons of meteoroids daily. Sunspots are cooler, magnetically intense regions on the Sun. A coronal mass ejection can envelop Earth in charged particles in hours. Space debris travels 10 times faster than a bullet. A single orbiting paint chip could puncture spacecraft metal. The cosmic background is the afterglow of creation. Stretched into microwaves, Earth formed from cosmic dust clumping under gravity. The planet's magnetic field once flipped every few 100,000 years. Earth's rotation slows about 2 milliseconds each century. The moon's pull causes ocean tides to bulge on both sides of Earth. The Pacific Ocean is shrinking while the Atlantic grows wider. The tallest waterfall, Angel Falls, drops 979 meters in Venezuela. The Nile River flows north because of Earth's slope, not geography. The Dead Sea lies 430 meters below sea level, Earth's lowest exposed point. Iceland sits directly atop a spreading tectonic ridge. Volcanic lightning forms when ash particles collide and charge. The strongest recorded earthquake shifted Earth's axis slightly. Mount Everest grows about 4 millimeters taller each year. The Grand Canyon reveals nearly 2 billion years of geology. Sand is mostly weathered quartz crystals. Desert mirages are real light bent by hot air layers. Snow can fall at temperatures slightly above 0 degrees Celsius if air is dry enough. Antarctica once supported tropical forests. The Amazon rainforest releases so much vapor it makes its own rain. The Sahara produces dust that fertilizes the Atlantic Ocean. The hottest sea on Earth is the Red Sea, up to 33 degrees Celsius. Coral reefs shelter 1/4 of all marine species. The Mariana Trench is deeper than Everest is tall. The ocean covers more than 70% of Earth, but remains 80% unexplored. Blue whales communicate across entire ocean basins. Sea otters hold hands while sleeping to avoid drifting apart. Earth's atmosphere filters out most meteors smaller than 10 meters. Lightning strikes Earth about 100 times per second. Thunder travels roughly 3 seconds per kilometer of distance. Hurricanes spin counterclockwise in the northern hemisphere. Tornado wind speeds can exceed 480 kilometers per hour. Clouds can weigh thousands of tons, but stay aloft by rising air. Fog contains millions of microdroplets per cubic meter. The aurora's colors depend on which gas is excited. Green from oxygen, purple from nitrogen. Rain smells fresh because of a compound called geosmin. Volcano ash can cool the planet by blocking sunlight. Trees exchange gases through microscopic pores called stomata. Some seeds need fire to germinate. Mangroves filter salt through their roots. Peat bogs store more carbon than forests. Permafrost thaw releases ancient microbes. Glaciers move under their own weight, carving valleys. The Arctic Ocean freezes each winter and partly melts each summer. Earth's albedo, its reflectivity, determines climate balance. Ocean currents act as planetary conveyor belts for heat. The deepest known cave, Veryovkina, descends 2.2 kilometers into Georgia's Caucasus. Fossil pollen reveals ancient ecosystems. Solar energy hitting Earth each hour could power humanity for a year. Wildfires can create their own lightning. Earthquakes can change river courses permanently. The biosphere extends from ocean trenches to mountain peaks. All life shares the same genetic alphabet of A, T, C, and G. A single human cell performs millions of chemical reactions per second. Your heart generates enough pressure to shoot blood 9 meters high. Nerve impulses move faster than 300 kilometers per hour. The stomach's mucus protects it from self-digestion. Human eyes blink about 4 million times per year. Your body replaces about 1% of its cells daily. DNA repair enzymes fix thousands of breaks each day. Each person has a unique microbiome like a fingerprint. The brain's memory capacity may exceed 2.5 petabytes. The smell of cut grass is a plant's distress signal. Humans are bioluminescent, but 1,000 times too faint to see. Hair grows faster in warm weather. Tears of joy and sadness differ chemically. The liver can regenerate even after 75% damage. Skin microbes vary between elbows and armpits. Sharks have been evolving for over 400 million years. Crocodiles can live more than 70 years. Hummingbirds have the highest metabolism of any vertebrate. Sloths need a month to digest a single meal. Bees can detect electric fields around flowers. Ant colonies act as superorganisms, sharing chemical messages. Octopuses use coconut shells as portable shelters. Cuttlefish change color faster than a blink. Penguins recognize their mate's voice among thousands. Elephants can distinguish human languages. Dolphins sleep with half their brain awake. Some fish can walk on land briefly. Axolotls can regenerate their spinal cord and heart. Tardigrades survive boiling, freezing, and radiation. Fungi form underground networks spanning kilometers. Mycelium can transport nutrients between trees. Bamboo forests grow faster than any other plant ecosystem. Orchids mimic insects to attract pollinators. Venus flytraps count touches before closing, a primitive memory. Some plants release chemicals that summon insect bodyguards. Algae generate more oxygen than all rainforests combined. Coral polyps build limestone skeletons 1 millimeter per year. The oldest known living animal is a 500-year-old clam. Whales accumulate earwax layers like tree rings. Each marks a year. A single drop of water contains about 1.5 sextillion molecules. An atom is mostly empty space. Its nucleus is 100,000 times smaller than the atom. Quantum fluctuations briefly create virtual particles. Gravity travels at the speed of light. The Planck length, 1.6 times 10 to the negative 35th meters, is the smallest measurable scale. Time flows differently for observers moving at different speeds. Supercooled liquids can stay unfrozen below 0 degrees Celsius. Sound can make flames dance by compressing air. Water is densest at 4 degrees Celsius. That's why lakes freeze from the top down. Glass is an amorphous solid. Its atoms move slower than glaciers. Diamonds conduct heat better than most metals. Carbon nanotubes are 100 times stronger than steel. Hydrogen peroxide foams because oxygen gas escapes. Sodium and chlorine are deadly alone, but vital as salt together. Oil floats on water because it's less dense and hydrophobic. Liquid nitrogen boils violently at room temperature. plasma TVs were named after the fourth state of matter. Entropy increases in all closed systems, a march toward disorder. The Doppler effect shifts sound and light frequency with motion. Pressure and temperature determine a substance's phase. Einstein's E equals mc squared means 1 gram of mass equals 90 trillion joules. Lasers emit coherent light waves all in step. Magnetism and electricity are two faces of the same force. A supernova releases more energy in seconds than our Sun in its lifetime. The Higgs field gives particles mass. Every action produces an equal and opposite reaction. Newton's third law. Momentum is always conserved in a closed system. Black holes radiate slowly via Hawking radiation. Quantum tunneling powers the Sun's fusion. Neutrons outside nuclei decay within 15 minutes. Matter and antimatter annihilate into pure energy. Dark matter reveals itself only through gravity. Cosmic background neutrinos outnumber atoms billions to one. The visible spectrum is just 0.0035% of electromagnetic radiation. Cryogenics studies materials below -150 degrees Celsius. Absolute zero has never been fully reached. Superconductors expel magnetic fields, the Meissner effect. Fractals repeat patterns infinitely on smaller scales. Lightning's temperature can exceed 30,000 degrees Celsius. A candle flame's blue base is hotter than its yellow top. The first photograph took 8 hours to expose. The first electric battery was invented by Volta in 1800. Telegraphs sent dots and dashes across continents. The first computer bug was an actual moth stuck in a relay. GPS works because satellites carry synchronized atomic clocks. Fiber optic cables transmit light through glass strands thinner than hair. 3D printing began as rapid prototyping in the 1980s. Robots can now perform single-cell surgery. Quantum computers use qubits that can be 0 and 1 at once. Machine learning models can predict protein folding. CRISPR was discovered in bacteria as an immune system. Stem cells can develop into any body tissue. Nanobots are being tested to deliver cancer drugs precisely. Solar panels made from perovskite reach record efficiency. Wind turbines can power 10,000 homes each. Hydrogen cars emit only water vapor. Smart grids reroute power instantly to prevent blackouts. Electric aircraft reduce airport noise drastically. Reusable rockets have cut launch costs by 90%. Space telescopes detect exoplanet atmospheres for signs of life.